Hello everyone, this is Dove. So I am in here in the house with Stella and Luna, who are currently supervising but soon will be scared out of the kitchen because I'm getting ready to show you guys how I make frozen strawberry daiquiris here at home. Hi girls, hello, say hello. Are you helping? Yeah, you're helping, aren't you? Yeah. They're very talkative today. So this summer, or actually this spring, I got a ton of strawberries off of my strawberry plants out in the yard, and they all came in like 3 days, and I pretty much had to freeze them. So I took the stems off and everything, and I put them on cookie sheets, and I put them in the freezer and flash froze them. And then I put them in that bowl that you saw the thumbnail picture. That is a big 4-quart bowl, and it's the biggest bowl I have, and it was full all the way to the top when I got done. And actually I've made several of these over the past week, so that's why the bowl wasn't actually full. But you know, after that 3 days of harvest, it was pretty much all the way full. And frozen strawberries, you know, I usually make ice cream or whatever, but I don't have an ice cream maker anymore. Are you gonna help some more? Okay, I hate to tell you, you're gonna get scared here in a minute. The blender is very loud. I'll show you my blender. It's an Oster blender, and it's really, really powerful. And that's pretty much what you need to make frozen drinks. And right here I've got white rum. This is Captain Morgan, but you could use Bacardi or whatever. And that's the only thing that's not organic, because I can't really get organic rum. And then I've got lime juice and ice cubes, and of course strawberries. This is 10 ounces, and so I'm just going through. 10 ounces is a good size to use, because that's pretty much what you can get at the store, individually bagged as 10 ounces. So I'm basically combining several different recipes that I found. I just went looking for homemade, oh yes, I went looking for homemade daiquiri recipes, and I found a lot of different ones. And so I'm just going through and making my own. Hello, Stella. And I'm just tweaking it. But I thought I would go ahead and keep the 10 ounce as a standard, because that's easy to follow. And then some of the recipes tell you, you know, I was actually looking for a recipe that was just strawberries with no ice, because I wanted that pure strawberry flavor. And they tell, a couple of the recipes say to use 10 ounces or 8 ounces of frozen and 2 ounces of fresh, because if you use all frozen, it'll be more like a scoopable dessert or whatever. And so I didn't have any fresh because my plants are done right now. But these are strawberries that I had in white wine, because early on in the season, you know, I got a lot more than what was in that 4-quart bowl. So before that I was getting strawberries, and so I actually put these in a bottle of white wine. And this is just what's left over. I long since drank the wine, and I kept the strawberries in whatever wine was left, because I didn't want to waste the strawberries. And so I'm kind of using those, just a couple spoonfuls instead of fresh strawberries. But I tried it just like that, and it still seemed too much like a smoothie, and I was going more for a daiquiri. And so I pretty much had to use ice, because that gave it the texture that I needed to get an actual daiquiri that I'm used to from, you know, like a bar or whatever. And so because this blender is so strong, I can put all the strawberries down in here. I might actually get cut off. My ex is supposed to be home pretty soon. So if I hear a Harley, I'm not, hey, now, do you see? This is beyond supervision now, okay? Oh, I need a measuring cup. I forgot to get a measuring cup. But yeah, I might get interrupted here. We'll see. But yeah, I just measured those out on my scale. I weighed them out. Are you helping? You're supposed to just be supervising, not helping. So I use about 4 ounces of white rum. And this will make 2 servings, 2 big, tall glasses. And so that's pretty much 2 ounces for 1 serving. But if the serving was a lot smaller, then it would be like a 1 ounce per serving. Luna, she just wants to help. And then I use about 1 ounce of lime juice. And this is the organic, pure stuff. It's not from concentrate. And so you have to shake it. It's not filtered or anything, really. I'm just kind of eyeballing it because the measuring cup doesn't have a 5 ounce thing. But that's 4 ounces of rum and 1 ounce of lime juice. And then I just put that down in here. You're gonna have to go soon. You know what this thing does. You know how loud it is. You do. You've been through this. We just did this the other night. Oh, well, you'll find out. And then I put about half of the ice in. Actually, I usually put the ice in first, or half of the ice in first. I've been standing here so long getting ready that the ice that I had ready was just starting to melt. So I'm just draining that water. Luna. Luna. Dear, what are you doing? Oh. See, this is what I have to put up with here. What are you doing? And just to get it going, I'll start it and then I'll add more ice to it. But this is organic light corn syrup. And I don't use high fructose corn syrup because that's really highly processed. This is just regular corn syrup. It's not that highly processed yucky stuff. And actually I had this left over from my ice cream making days too, because it just took a little bit in the ice cream, and for this it just takes a little bit too. But you could use like a simple syrup instead, and I just use like, I don't know, it's probably 2 tablespoons. But these okay, you gotta get down now. These strawberries were from my garden, and I waited to pick them until they were totally fully ripe. So if I was using store-bought strawberries, I would probably have to add more sugar syrup. This is going to be really loud. Let's see if the girls have gone out of the room. Yeah, they're gone. Oh, I forgot this. Like I said, they're really mushy. They're not good for anything else. I didn't know what to do with them, so I'm just going to toss them in here. Why not, right? So I've just put in 2 big spoonfuls. You can probably hear that the air conditioner just turned off. Like I said, they have it on in here, and I just deal with it and come in here and do what I need. I'm going to go ahead and add all the ice cubes now. But the way I did it the other night was I put half of the ice in first, and then everything else, and then the other half on top. But this thing is strong enough that it doesn't really matter. And this is going to be really loud, and I don't really know how to muffle the sound. Let me try this. Alright, hold on. I'm just using the pulse button. kind of getting a little stuck in the bottom. So I just take the spoon and give it a little stir. All right, looks done to me. It's really, really thick right now, but it's better with the ice. If there was no ice in here, it would be even thicker. So I think the addition of ice is a good thing. And because it's so hot out in the garage and everything, it starts melting quite quickly. And so I actually have these mugs that I bought to make root beer floats, and for me and my son, and I just keep them in the freezer with a plastic bag over them, and I keep them in the freezer so that they're always ready for a root beer float. But it works really well for these too. And it makes, I'm not sure how many ounces this is. They're quite big. I think they might be 12 or 14 ounces. Maybe 16 ounces. I'll put it when I'm editing. I'll let you know how many ounces this holds. And that's definitely enough for two. Probably actually a little bit more this time. But it's super good. And then I just take this whole thing and I put it in the freezer out in the garage because the shelves in the freezer here are not tall enough. And you just kind of, you know, I arbitrarily put that amount of corn syrup in there. But normally if you're just starting with this and you don't know how sweet your strawberries are, it's good to, you know, stop and taste it right after you get it done blending. Just stop and taste it, and you'll know if you need to add more corn syrup or a simple syrup. And a simple syrup is just equal parts sugar and water that you you warm it up on the stove and you get all the sugar to dissolve. Some recipes will tell you to put sugar in this instead of a syrup like this, but then it's kind of a little bit grainy and you might not like that. And this is a little bit tart. I probably could have added a little bit more of this, but that's okay because, you know, I try not to have too much sugar at any rate, so less sugar is probably okay with me. But the lime juice does make it tart, so you have to account for that. Some recipes don't even have you adding any sugar, and I tried that at first, but it was just too tart because of the lime juice. So, alright guys, there is my homemade strawberry daiquiri. It is like 96 heat with the heat index right now. So it's pretty hot out there, and this is very cooling and everything. And tomorrow's supposed to be even worse, like way over 100 with the heat index because of the darn humidity. Alright y'all, take it easy. Stay cool out there. Bye.